that knee up, I want you pressing the opposite knee down hard to the floor. So both legs are sort of active here. You're holding one up to the chest, but you're also pressing the other one down. So think kick hard, down and away. Let's get one more going to each side. Try and pin the shoulder to the floor as you pull that knee away, hugging the knee with the opposite arm. Then we're going to make a figure four position. So we're going to just pull, reaching through the window. That looks like this from the front. I'm reaching through, and I'm just going to hug this and rock the hip side to side. Rocking the hip looks like this from the back. Rocking the hip from side to side, gently stretching through the glute. As we get into that Spider-Man with the option to step through, we want to be nice and loose through the hip, and this will help. So just gently rocking that knee back and forth. I want you guys to take some nice deep breaths here. Candace, try to hold the other leg. Hold that leg that's supporting it. So reach through, grab the right leg. Yeah, and now pull. Yeah, there you go. Check it out. Good. And guys, also tuck the chin down. So I want you to keep your chin tucked, and I want you to look your eyeballs down toward your kneecap. You don't have to lift it off the floor, but just keep that chin tucked. We don't want to pitch the head back to try to get on the ground. And then switch it. Let's rock the other hip. If holding that leg up is a challenge, you're welcome to keep that opposite leg right on the floor and just rock it from there. So I can certainly just use my hands as an anchor and just hip rock, totally fine. Again, otherwise I'm reaching through, rocking and rolling. One more time, nice relaxed breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Try to pull a little more stretch into that. And one more time, side to side. Jacqueline, is that you jumping in? Yeah, hey girl, good morning. And then come on up, kids, into the sitting cross-legged position. So sit with your feet underneath you as best you can. We're just gonna lean over the hips, rocking forward. And then reaching up, nice and high, fingertips pressed together overhead. And then I'm gonna stretch them forward, reach as far forward as you can. And then I'm gonna stretch them up, exhale up. And Ange, looks like that's you jumping in. Good morning, Angela. Exhale and reach. And then overhead and exhale. So from here, we're going to work into the shoulders. I want you to take one hand behind the back as far as you can, assist it up with the other arm, and then you're going to reach up. So as I turn myself so you can see me from the back, I'm assisting this arm up. I'm going to reach up, and I want you to try to touch those hands together and get them as close as you can. And we're just going to hold them there. We're going to hold them there and breathe. Big breath in through the nose, and then exhale it out. Try to walk them a little bit closer together if you can. Don't go into a painful position, but be in a stretch position here where you can feel some pull, but don't force pain. And then we're going to carefully release out of that side, bring the other side up, assist it up, go reaching with the other hand. Maybe get a little closer on this side. Don't force it. You don't want to go to the owies. And breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more nice relaxed breath. And then we're going to take the thumbs out to the side, big chest shoulder stretch, squeeze the blades together. And bring your right arm across, pull it with the opposite hand gently from the tricep, stretching the shoulder blade back. And then we're going to go back out to the side, both arms, squeezing the blades. And then pull the opposite arm across and stretch. We're going to get one more on each side. Breathe out. Open, squeeze. Pull across. Stretch. Open and squeeze. And pull across and stretch. And then do all fours to open the hips. I want you guys to spread the knees as wide as you can on the surface that you have. If you have a softer surface or a mat, please use it. Spreading the knees as wide as you can. We're going to just rock back and forth into our squat. So it looks like this from the side. Knees are wide. Rock back and forward and back and forward. And you can choose the toe position. If you dig in your toes, you get a little toe stretch and an ankle stretch, and I'm okay with that. You can also stretch the ankles in the opposite direction by letting the toes flop down. So you can explore those both as we rock the hips. Each one of these, I want you to try to spread the knees a little bit wider if you can. But again, you got to work with what feels good for you, depending on the surface you have. Keeping the spine nice and long, guys, drawing the chin away from the floor. So not letting gravity hold me down. I want to push up and pull back. And get one more rock back. All right, let's start to get things heated up. So from this position, check the drill. I'm going to kick out to the side with my leg. So as my leg goes out, I'm way out here to the side, and then I'm going to lift off the ground. I'm going to draw that knee back in. I'm going to take the other leg out, and I'm going to lift off the ground. Now, the spice to this, guys, is as you lift off the ground, I don't want to rock back in this position. I want to kick out, stay tight, nothing moves. Just that leg lifts off. So let's kick out and lift off. I'm going to get up closer to my screen here. I want to watch you guys alternate this drill. Kick out and lift off. Take your time. Arms and elbows should stay straight. So check your arms and elbows. Don't let the head go bobbing down. Keep yourself pushed up. This is a workout, so you got to work this hard. Keep those knees super wide. The wider you can position your knees here and keep them that way, the better you'll be at not rocking back and forth, moving through the motion. Let's get one more on each side. Kick out. Take strong lift off. Excellent work. So guys, going to a flat on our backside position. We're going to press the arms as high overhead as we can, holding them down. And you're going to walk the legs down. So I'm bringing one leg down and then slowly back up. And then the other leg down and then slowly back up. Down and back up. And I'm trying to place my calf on the floor, not my heel. So again, aim the calf to the floor. That will encourage you to keep a super stiff, straight leg as you drop it. Aim the calf to the ground, not the heel. Opposite foot stays pressing the ceiling up. So while you drop one side, hold the ceiling up with the other. Bring those arms overhead as far as you can into that Y pattern. So pressing those arms up and overhead will also open up our overhead positioning. But I want the shoulders to stay as flat to the floor as you can. We're going to get 4 more, guys, 2 on each leg. So rip 4 more, 2 each side. And as you finish that last one, make your way back up. We're going to go to a half kneeling position. And I want you guys to kneel, half kneel with your right knee down and your left arm up. I'm sorry, and your left knee up. I'm mirror imaging you. So it's left knee down, right leg forward. So it should be mirror imaging me. Good, you guys. I want you to reach up to your left. So we're all reaching to the same corner of the screen. And then come on back down to your right. Now I want you to ask yourself, is your left knee down? And if it's not, I need you to switch it. Left knee on the floor, back up. I keep saying that wrong, you guys. I'm so sorry. Listen, I want your right knee on the floor. There we go. Your right knee on the floor. I can't get my lefts and my rights correct when I'm trying to cue them opposite. And then pull back down. So we're all reaching to the same corner of the screen. Very cool. And then back up. And then back down. Now, guys, I want to add a little bit of speed to this. So what I need you to do is narrow your stance. So try to get in on a tightrope. Bring that front leg forward. And I want you to pretend like you're going to grab some sand from the floor and you're going to throw it as far as you can. So I want you to throw it. So grab it and throw it. And then you're going to grab a cloud from the sky and you're going to rip it down to the earth. But nothing's going to move through your body. So I want to say super still. So it's grab some sand and throw it to the sky and balance it. And then it's grab a cloud and slam it to the ground and balance it. So you guys challenge the balance by how fast you move. Ready? Up, down, up, down. One more. Up and down. Excellent. Switch legs. And we're going to go to the opposite side. So let's all reach up to the same corner of the screen. We're going to start nice and slow. Just bring it down. Cool. We're all on the appropriate side. Back up. And then back down. Now I want you to inch your stance closer together. So try and get nice and tight roped. And we're going to start to move with some speed. Ready? Up. And then down. And then up. And then down. Like you're chopping wood here, guys. Back up. And down. We're going to go for two more. Up. Down. One more. Up. And down. Excellent work. So all the way to standing, let's talk about our deadlift position as we work into the more complex movements for today. Reaching my fingertips down. I'm driving my knees out wide. My fingertips are just inside of my insteps, and then I'm going to keep my hands in nice and tight and stand tall. From the side, guys, looks like this. Reaching my hips down and back, pressing my knees out with my elbows. Elbows are nice and straight. And then back up. Squeezing the butt nice and tall. So back down. Shoulders are back, keeping tension through the back side of the body. And back up. I want to see you go back down. And back up. One more at this view, guys. Back down. And back up. So I need you to turn. Give me a 90-degree turn, no matter where you are. If you're already sideways, get forward. If you're forward, get sideways. We're going to do 5 more. Down. Now, in the down position, your hips, guys, should be lower than your shoulders. So I don't want to be here. I want to have my hips lower than my shoulders. So work those and back up. And back down. And back up. There we go. Now we're getting there. Let's do 2 more. Down. And up. 1 more. Down. And up. All right, so kids, if you have an imaginary fence, I want you to step up and over the fence, up and over the fence, up and over the fence. If you have a higher object that you can show me to step up and over, especially if you're going to do step ups and step overs today, I want you to grab that now. So start stepping. I am going to grab a band here to demonstrate the lateral band walk. So guys, this is a makeshift mini band. And if you have one, this is a really great exercise to isolate the hips and to build stronger glutes. So in today's workout, you can choose to step over. I love it. Candace has a foam roller. You can choose to do lateral band walk. Hey, hold your thought. Stop where you are. If you have a high step, you can also do step ups lateral. So if I have a higher step, I can work a step up lateral. And guys, and lastly, if you want to make this some jumps today, you can jump it. So if you want to jump a foam roller, if you want to jump, whatever you choose to jump, a barbell, make sure that A, you clear it, nobody comes up short, and B, make sure you don't roll on it. So make sure it's not something that can roll out on you. So guys, a lateral jump over would look like this. Jumping up and over. It's not about how many I do. So I'm not trying to rush the movement. I'm trying to make the movement done well. So guys, for this first round in the practice, I'm going to put a minute on the clock, and I want you guys to show me the option that you're going to choose. So in 3, 2, 1, begin. So big step up, big step over. See, some of you guys have your bands out. That's excellent. Yep. If you're jumping up and over, again, make sure you're clearing it. So you don't have to worry about doing a ton of reps. In that step up and step over, the higher you go, the more you want to lean. Try not to lean the upper body, but lift the leg. So I don't want to lean back and forth. I want to just lift that leg. Now, if I'm doing that mini band walk, I don't want to let my feet come close together. I want to keep a wide base, I'm never going to step together and then wide. I'm going to stay wide, not step together. So the better you are at keeping your feet wide. Yeah, there we go, guys. And your shoulders square in those mini band walks, better you're going to like this. So you have 10 seconds. A full minute, guys, is a good amount of time. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Cool. So I'll say switch when we get into the workout, and we'll go right down into what I call Beast, Spider-Man, and Step Through. If you have all 3 of those in your repertoire, you can. Otherwise, it's choose 1 or 2 progressions. Here's what it looks like. The first one is a rock back and forth. So I'm just rocking back into squat and forth with my knees down or my knees up. The choice is yours. It's harder, obviously, with the knees up. So that's just a beast rock. So I want you guys to take 15 seconds and just rock through that pattern for me. Pushing forward and pushing back. Yep, trying to keep those knees off the floor if you can. When you come forward, I want to be in a good, solid plank position. So I don't want to be sort of hanging down. I want to be up nice and high. So it's rock back and forth, nice and high. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So catch your breath. So guys, that's the first progression. It's just the beast rock. So again, we're going to run time for a minute. You're going to be working through that pattern. The next progression to that pattern is rocking back and then stepping forward into Spider-Man. So I'm going to rock back, boom, and I'm going to step forward. Nice big step. I rock back, boom, and then I step forward. Nice big step. So it's rock, step, and you're doing your best when you step to get that foot flat on the floor. If you have a difficult time getting that foot flat on the floor, the next progression is probably not going to be for you today, and that's totally fine. So do your best to get that foot flat on the floor, and let's check where you're at. So I'm going to give you 15 seconds to alternate sides. 3, 2, 1, and execute. There we go. Back leg is long as you step that front leg in. So push off that back leg, get it lengthened. Big step in. This is a hip mobility stretch. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very cool, guys. The next portion of this, here's where things get a little wild and you got to tap into your inner ninja. It's the rock back to wind up the pose. I step through and I kick my back leg to the front, and then I reach it back. So again, it's a step through, kick, and reach back. And I'll alternate sides as I come through that. And you're just kicking that leg through. So guys, if you want to try that, I'm going to give you 15 seconds to work that out. Restrictions would be mobility. Range of motion is absolutely necessary to get that leg through. And then you need to have the strength in that upper body to hold on just that one arm as you kick through. 3, 2, 1. Explore the movement. Nice and slow. All right, so guys, hold that thought. Look at me again. Pardon me while I delayer so you can see my limbs better. As you step, you want to make sure you step forward first. So I have to step this leg forward and then kick the back leg through. So it's 2 steps. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's not just this one kick. It's step to Spider-Man and then kick through. Let's see how we do. That's better, guys. That's better. Yeah, now you see the funk in the movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Love the exploration, guys. That is the movement. That is what we're going for. It's 1, 2 step through. The next movement, the high pull. If you have light weights, you'll get more reps in. If you have a heavier weight, you will not have to do as many reps and your heart rate will elevate based on the load you've chosen. Here's the high pull. I can do this with no weight, just deadlift. Or I can add weight. I'm touching it to the floor, pulling it to the collarbone. Now, as I pull that up, as I step back so you can see it, I'm going just to collarbone height, back to the floor. So if we're going to do this with just body weight, fingertips touch, thumbs to collarbone. If you're doing it with a kettlebell or dumbbell, or even a barbell, show me what you've got and I can help coach you up through it. Because I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to work 30 seconds here. Make sure I can see your body so I can help coach you. Ready and begin. So I see some of you guys have dumbbells. And the dumbbell is a cool tool to use. It's just, what do we do with the elbows? As I come up, I want my elbows high. My elbows high. And I'll rest the dumbbell. If it's light enough, I can rest it here. Otherwise, I'm just going to let it flow. But I want those elbows up high. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now, the next transition, guys, is getting under the weight. So I high pull it up. And then I get under the weight. Show you both kettlebell and dumbbell for this. Kettlebell, I'm going to deadlift. Boom, I catch it and I squat at the same time. And it looks like this, fast motion. Boom, hit the squat. With the dumbbell's a great tool because I go into this transition, boom, where the weight gets weightless and I catch it. The bell doesn't move. I move my elbows around the bell. That's the key to the success of that. So guys, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to transition that drill. If you're not going to use load, it's touch, high pull, catch, front squat. And you're welcome to take that catch, high pull, front squat and do that, that modification as well. So 30 seconds, show me what you're working with. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Matt, with the bar, do I just go into like a clean?
Just a squat clean. So you're going to clean it to the shoulders and catch it like a squat at the same time. Now, Amy, if you've never done squat cleans before, clean it and then squat it and then clean it and then squat it. Otherwise, it's catch it in.
Yeah, I've done those before. Those are, yeah, okay, cool.
3, 2, 1, and you guys can catch your breath. Any other questions on that? Again, there's just some movement variety, but depending on what you have for equipment and what you have for weight, you should be breathing a little heavier here. That one will definitely get your heart rate going. Now, again, there's a minute on the clock here. So you have some space between how long it takes you to get from your be Spider-Man to get to your bar. So it's like a 10-second break there. Then you'll work for the next 50 seconds. Again, however many reps you choose to do is up to you. The goal is a high heart rate. So if you have heavier loads, you don't have to do a ton of reps. Quality first. The next one, guys, is the crab kick. So a couple options for this. First is the alternating bridge. So I'm on my backside, pressing my hips up, and I'm just alternating my bridge march. So everybody down to the floor, give me 5 each way, keeping the hips up, bridge march, get those hips moving. Pushing the floor down, holding the hips high, and marching through this. Okay, that looks good, guys. After you guys have finished your 5 marches on each side, bring yourself to a crab sitting position. And if this is uncomfortable for you, you're just gonna stay with that bridge march option. It'll be way less on the shoulder girdle here as we kick into this position. My goal here is full knee extension, so trying to kick out nice and long and create a nice upward angle from my hip through my heel. So this is just the first version of the kick. Notice my butt's down nice and low. I'm not up super, super high here. I'm keeping the butt down low, and I'm just marching this, holding my hips off the floor. The next progression, guys, is a kick and a reach, and I'm gonna touch my opposite hand. Opposite hand. Opposite hand. And just reaching across, little pause, little ab work, shoulder work, it's all in there. The mobility work as well. Get me 1 more on each side. Very cool. Nice job, you guys. And again, you want to make sure you're reaching across the body, opposite hand to opposite toe. Again, after the minute, I'll say switch. The next movement, guys, is hopscotch or front to back running. So if you had an agility ladder, I'm going to step into the ladder, out of the ladder, into the ladder, out of the ladder, into the ladder, out of the ladder. And I'm progressing forward as I come to the front, and then I'm going to go backward. And just know where you are in space. You don't want to end up running backward into anything. So give yourself a good space and then own it. So the next portion of that is 1 foot in. And I'm just doing a hopscotch pattern. And then I'm going to go backward. And it's 1 foot in. And I'm just alternating. So I can do a run or hopscotch. So guys, I want you to show me the option you're going to choose. Ask me any questions as you need to in 3, 2, 1, begin. You're trying to move forward and then backward and then forward and then backward. So I should see you moving toward me and away from me or across the screen. Five, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, so a couple things that I'm seeing that I just want to make sure we're clear on the movement. If you're good, so one thing I saw was double jumping jack. That's cool. If you want to put 2 feet in, I'm okay with that as well. A forward and backward traveling jumping jack. If you're gonna hopscotch, I want to make sure you bring it into the ladder and then wide of the ladder and then into the ladder and then wide of the ladder. So don't be here. I want you to get inside the ladder, out of the ladder, inside the ladder, out of the ladder. So narrow to wide, narrow to wide, narrow to wide, narrow to wide. Same thing if you're doing that run, make sure you're getting both feet narrow, both feet wide. Your center of gravity should stay right over the middle of the ladder and your feet are moving around it. So be really precise about the option that you choose. Then the plank kettlebell drag through. So if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you're gonna go into a push-up position with wider feet than normal. You're dragging it underneath you. Dragging it underneath you. Now, guys, if I have room to move, I can crawl forward and backward. So I am cool with you moving forward and backward. But the key, say this with me, reach underneath, reach across and underneath, pull it through, reach across and underneath, pull it through. Do not drag it underneath you. That is incorrect, and I will let you know. It's reach across, pull the weight through. Reach across and pull the weight through. So I'm going to put a minute on the clock. Guys, this can be done from your hands and your knees too. So absolutely do this from your hands and your knees. Totally fine. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Try out a couple of reps. I want to see what we're working with here. Good. Everybody is reaching underneath and pulling through. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. So, couple things, guys. First is, yes, you can choose. There's multiple positions. I can do this from the bear crawl position, which is my knees bent, pulling underneath. I demonstrated it and been coaching it today from a long-legged position, but either works for me. So I'm not calling you out if you're here or if you're here. I'll just assume that you're trying to control not being here. So I don't want my butt way up in the air to pull through. I would rather you be here, not loading this drill, just doing the plank shoulder tap even, which is just going here to here, and trying not to get into this weakened plank position. So I don't want to just kind of like destroy the plank by pushing real high just to get the movement through. Does that make sense? So own the movement before you choose the harder option. Whew. The good news is after all 6 of those, you get a 1-minute chill pill. So running time for a minute, you'll be able to breathe, get water, do as you will like we are right now. And then we're going to go back to the top, which we're going to start with that lateral band walk, lateral jump over, lateral step over, or step up, whatever you guys have for an option. And I will coach you through it. We cool on all that? So toward the end of the minute, I'll give you guys a 10-second, hey guys, 10 seconds, so we're going to switch. And here's what we're switching to. I'll be showing it on my screen so that you'll know where we're going. And then I'll say 3, 2, 1, switch. And that's when we'll switch. All right, so you're going to work for the full minute. That is the target. All right, looks like you guys are hungry and ready to go. So why wait? The first movement, guys, lateral jump overs. We're going 3 rounds through this, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kill it. Let's go to work. If you're doing the lateral walk, feet wide, they stay wide, toes stay straight ahead. So lateral walks, feet wide, toes straight ahead. If you're doing the step over, I don't want to sway my upper body as I step. I want to keep my upper body tall. Lift the leg, bring it over. Lift the leg, bring it over. Be in control. Yep, pulling out on those bands, guys. Pulling out on those bands. So squeezing the band wide. You have 30 seconds, it's halfway. If you're jumping, nice soft landing. Catching your feet in the same position that you took off from with your knees out. The next movement, guys, is that beast to Spider-Man. So it's 10 seconds. You're going to go from here. You can just squat, rock the plank. Otherwise, it's pull through and kick. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. So disassemble that band. Remember, it's a 1-2 step. You can choose to do just 1 step or the 1-2 step. Hey, there we go. Now, guys, don't worry about going super fast on this one. Worry about going deep into your ranges of motion and with really smooth control. So it's step back. Make sure you guys are rocking back into that squat. So each time I push back into squat to plank to step through. So I'm hitting each pattern. I want to make sure I rock back into that squat each time. Yep, there we go. Guys, I'll say that again. Don't forget, make sure you're getting back into that squat each time you come through. So I'm going to go squat, step, and then add the kick, back to squat. So I'm getting that push back as well. We're switching in 3, 2, 1 to deadlift and high pull. So guys, grab your weight, deadlift and high pull. You can high pull and front squat. So deadlift, high pull, front squat. Get that weight going with your kettlebell, with your dumbbell. Show me what you got. Love what I'm seeing, guys. There we go, guys. That's how to catch it. Hey, Tim, try to get your feet a little closer together and your hands a little bit wider. So your hands should be outside of your hips on that barbell. There we go. Nice and smooth, guys. If you're using that dumbbell, the dumbbell doesn't move. It stays right up or upright vertical position, and you move around the dumbbell. 10 seconds, and we're going back down for crab kicks. Remember, you can do this as a bridge. You can do this as the kick and the reach across. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and switch to crabs on your butt. So try and catch your breath a little bit here, guys. I know that last one will get you breathing pretty heavy. So here's where you can kind of grab some breaths. Doing your best to control the movement. It's a shoulder stretch on one side, guys, as you're working through this. Try to create as less wobble from side to side as possible if you're out of that reach. So I want to stay super stiff, reaching across, anchoring myself, balancing the drill. 25 seconds to go. Looking good, you guys. Kick in, reach in, try and touch that toe. Abs are working to hold you in the sitting position. So we got 10 seconds, so we're switching back to either hopscotch, that forward backward jumping jack, or the inside outside run in 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up on your feet. Let's get some plyometrics back into this. So moving hopscotch. Looking good, you guys, looking good. If you're stepping in and out of your ladder, make sure you're getting inside, outside, and your center of gravity stays over the middle of the ladder. Catching your breath, guys. I want you breathing. I want you breathing. Breathing heavy, but breathing. 25 seconds. Great options. Now you guys are really getting the hang of that ladder visual as if you're going inside and outside the ladder. Hey guys, in 10 seconds, we're going to switch to that kettlebell drag under. Reach through and drag under. So 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Grab that kettlebell, dumbbell, reach underneath, grab it, and pull it through. Again, check your hip alignment. We want those hips to stay nice and low, nice and square. Great work, you guys. Great work. Love the options that you're taking. Really responsible with the options you're choosing here to get good quality work done. Feet a little bit wider on the drag through than you would typically set in a plank. That will help you stabilize the hips. Guys, you got a 1-minute break coming at you in 25 seconds. Work really hard for it. $15 seconds. Try and stay up there and keep pulling. Work for it, work for it. Almost there, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1 minute on the clock to rest. I unmuted everybody to see who was talking smack.
Oh.
You're all awfully quiet. How'd that feel? That wasn't so bad, right? Felt like, I usually say it feels like more, so let's do it again.
If I could only remember the moves.
That's okay. Hey, that's all right. That's my job. I'll lay them out a little bit better. So guys, I'll go through it again. You have 25 seconds. Lateral jumps or steps, beast to Spider-Man, deadlift high pull, crab kicks, hopscotch, and plank drag. And again, I'll be shouting them out as the 10-second mark comes. Hey, 1 minute rest is already over. You have 10 seconds. We're going to our lateral band walk or step over the fence in 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to work, guys. Love it. If you're jumping, land soft, jump high. If you're stepping, step high. Christine, you can step on that band. So if you step on it and hold it in your hands, and I make an X so I can step it this way, and that would work really well. And I can still pretend I'm stepping up and over the fence. Yeah, there we go. So guys, as you're doing your steps, I'm going to show that beast again. I want to make sure I'm rocking back, plank, step, kick. Then as I come back, I want to make sure I rock it back again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So guys, beast to step through, back to it. Again, you got to tap into your inner ninja here. Nice. Guys, some of you guys really working this pattern now. This is from a movement series derived from a program called Animal Flow. Nice big wide step as you're getting into your Spider-Man, guys. Super wide step as you're getting to Spider-Man. 25 seconds. Heck yeah. Big step, go for that kick through. Even if you don't get the kick through, there's no shame in trying it. There's no shame. Guys, we're doing deadlift high pulls next in 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it up, catch it, front squat it. Deadlift high pull and front squat. Yep, everybody showed me really good deadlift positions with the hips lower than the shoulders in that warm up. So make sure you're still executing in that really good deadlift position. Yeah, Tim, I would go with a traditional deadlift with your feet inside as opposed to being here. Have your hands wide and your feet inside. On a barbell, that's going to give you more room to clean it. Yeah, that's just barbell technique. We'll pick that up as you learn that bar work. Very cool. Good adjustment. Nice work with the kettlebells, guys. 10 seconds to work here, and then we're going to drop our bell. We have those crab kicks. So give me one more rep. 3, 2, 1. Drop your weight, safe distance away, down to the floor seated position, and we're going to work that crab kick. Nice high kick. Don't be afraid to show me a couple different angles. If you're facing me for the first 30 seconds, you can turn sideways for the second 30. Great job, you guys. Building some serious shoulder strength in these single arm stances from crab and that beast crawl. It's very similar to this too. Again, all kinds of nimble. Great work. Reach in. Try and touch that toe. Don't be afraid to hold on that toe for a second. Feel the abs kick on to help you touch it. So next movement, guys, in 10 seconds is that hopscotch or forward backward straddle run. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopscotch it out. If you have your agility ladder, feel free to set it up. Or pretend it's there and just get those feet moving. Again, you can jog step inside, outside, inside, outside. You can jumping jack step forward and backward, or it's a single leg jumping jack. Now, if you're moving through this, I want you to try to move through a little bit quicker and get that heart rate going. We're going to start to hear some huffing and puffing here, guys. You have 15 seconds. The next movement is that plank kettlebell pull through in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Grab your bell and pull. Grab your bell and pull. It's reach under and pull it through. Wider stance, guys. Spread the feet out. Again, this can be done from the knees. Remember, you're reaching underneath and pulling the bell through. So reach under, grab the bell, and pull it through. Solid work, you guys. Solid work. Methodically keeping the hips nice and still. Pretend you're balancing your water bottle up there on your tailbone. Remember, you have a 1-minute break at the end of this. So after this 20 seconds, you take a nice big break. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. 1 minute to relax, guys, and we have one final round. Breathe. Now, hey guys, remember, you do not have to work for the full minute, right? I want quality work, so this isn't about how long you can work, it's about how well you can work, and then challenge how long that is.
Okay.
30 seconds. If you have that band and you want to start getting that on, now's a good time to do that. Make sure, guys, that you're in a small squatted position. So I want to make sure I'm sitting my hips back a little bit and bending the knees as I do these banded walks. We're going to go in 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, guys. Last round. Step it out. Yep. Try to keep the upper body still. So you don't want to be bouncing as you're doing your walks, guys. I want to keep my upper body still as I move to the left and as I move to the right. If I'm jumping over, I'm carefully landing softly with my feet wide under my hips. And I'm driving my arms. Yeah, there you go, Becky. Nice work with that step up, Pam. I love that little step option. Team Williams, that is friggin' amazing that you guys all stayed in a single file line. And that's because you guys let Tim lead. I see what you did there. Cool. 10 seconds, guys, and then we're going to the Spider-Man Beast step through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Guys, your last chance to ace this movement. Rocking back, start from that all fours squat, pull to Spider-Man, option to kick through. Beast, step, and kick through. Make sure each one of these, as you step back, you rock back. There it is. There we go. Beautiful. Now you guys are getting it. Now you're getting it. That's it. As you kick that foot through, try to keep your heel flat on the floor. Try not to let that heel roll up, but rather as you kick through, plant the foot flat on the floor. 15 seconds. The next movement, guys, is that deadlift to high pull. Get one more on each side here, kicking through. Work like a ninja. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So guys, grab your kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever you're going to choose. Pull the high pull, add the front squat, and get right to it. If you're on that barbell, your hands are wider than your hips, and your stance is under your hips. Nice catch, Lisa Williams. There you go. That's it, Christine. Great job. Pull it, catch it. Don't be afraid to add that front squat, guys. Once you get it up there, lock and load and front squat that weight. Then you'll stand back up and let it back down. Great catch, Jacqueline. Nice job. Do not smack your chin with that kettlebell or dumbbell, guys. Catch it nimbly. In the down position, get your elbows over the kettlebell or dumbbell. So we don't want to be behind it. We want to be over it and then underneath it. So elbows over it and then underneath it. The next movement, guys, is our crab kick. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Drop your weight. Safe distance away to the floor for the kick. Reaching across the body. Across the body. Opposite hand, opposite toe if you got that arm reach going. If you're doing that march, I want those hips nice and high. Hold them up. Press the floor away. Excellent work, guys. A nice straight line from that arm through that leg. That's what we're looking for. Good angles. 25 seconds. Remember, this is our last round. Ten seconds. Switching to hopscotch at the end of this, guys. Get me one more on each foot. Go kicking and reaching. Get your ladder set up if you got it in 3, 2, 1. On your feet. Remember, forward, backward, jumping jack, hopscotch. Get your coordination on. A little single leg stability if you want it. Jumping forward, jumping backward in that hopscotching pattern, landing on one foot. There we go. React off the floor, guys. Whether you're jogging or whether you're jumping, react off the floor. Be athletic. Upper body nice and still. Feet are plyometric. That's all right, Christine. Keep on going with your jumping jack, forward and backward. Yeah, at 100%. That's the movement. And with that pattern, when you land in the middle, just land on one foot. Ah, that's hey, now you know what to practice later. You'll get it. Guys, the next movement is that plank kettlebell drag through in 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Looking good, you guys, looking good. Can be done from the knees in that bear crawl position, can be done from the toes. Great work, you guys. Nobody built me a TP. Everybody's hips are in good alignment with the options they chose. I appreciate that. Call to awareness, my friends. "20 seconds, last 20. Working hard, guys, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and mission complete. Great work, my friends. Take a minute here. You earned it. I'm going to give you 1 minute to catch your breath, and then we'll pull together and unwind. Is there anything you want to tell me in this minute? Please feel free. I'm going to keep you off mute. Any feedback? What you liked? What you didn't like? You know what I liked? I liked waking up this morning and finding 12, 13 screens, some screens with multiple bodies, amidst all the bullshit going on in the world, chaos. You guys took a second to focus in with me. So thank you. All right, so guys, that's your 1 minute chill time. Let's reel it back in here. We're gonna finish much like we started. I want you to sit with your feet crisscrossed and just take some nice relaxed breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So let's try to re-calm our central nervous system. Reaching overhead with the fingertips, look up. Breathing in and breathing out. And again. And let those arms come down. I want you guys to just tilt your head to one side. Let the opposite arm press down onto the floor. So getting a nice big stretch through the neck. So ear to shoulder and stretch. Breathing. And then just a little look up, change the angle of the stretch, so chin to ceiling, but still tilted. And you can explore that with your chin down, still tilted to the side. And we're gonna move it to the other side. Hand to the floor, stretch. And you can play with that chin position, chin tilting up gently. And you can turn the chin down. And then release. And we're gonna go all the way to your backside. And I want you to just wrap your hands right around the midsection. So my fingertips are right around my belly and my thumbs wrap around the lower back. And guys, we're gonna take some nice belly breaths. So as you breathe in, expand your belly into your hands. And as you blow out, let the belly shrink wrap the spine. One more time, breath in, expand the belly. And then a big breath out. And then slowly make your way up. At this point, guys, I hope your breathing's back down to normal. I hope that you appreciated the opportunity here at the end of class to just take a couple relaxing breaths. Who knows how many more you might get today. The day starts to run away from you. Reel it back in and breathe. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Have an amazing rest of the day. Stay tuned. Hopefully you guys are getting signed up for those outdoor classes. Send us some feedback. We're trying the best to create this hybrid model that we can and to keep everybody safe. I think that our team is doing a fantastic job, and without you guys, we don't have a job to do. So thank you. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah.